Welcome to Revlog, where Aaron has trouble with tribbles. And
That is, I can't believe.
He did it.
I cannot.
and Bryan brings props. You got that?
That's the best revlog ever.
If you have any questions or comments, any theological concerns,
Get that out of here.
Bryan at fbcsa.org.
I'm so proud of you, Pastor. He's lost his sponsor. Do you notice his sponsor is gone? So
They heard him during Life Together yesterday.
It just all cascades after that.
Oh.
It's awful.
We love you, Bryan.
Yeah, I feel it. That's the heat from that.
We have
light.
a counselor on Mondays. You can.
Would you like to set up an appointment with Terry?
All my troubles.
Yeah.
And your tribbles.
This is awesome.
All right, we have a text today.
We do.
A real text.
Somewhere
In the Bible.
Bible.
2 Samuel 15, Absalom shows his might, shows his wisdom. I don't know, maybe y'all will help us with that. Aaron, why don't you give us your initial reaction to 2 Samuel 15?
So if you back up to 14 a little bit, you see some of the distance between David and Absalom, how it has grown since the incident we read about last week. But here in 15, you see 14. You see he's beautiful. They extol how people like him. Now 15 opens with Absalom, the ambulance chaser. You see him, just standing.
That is a great analogy.
Standing outside. Oh, what happened to you? Oh, if only I'd have been there. I'd have done. And you can just see him. It's so smarmy. You just feel like this guy. He's had the long burn. He's got a plan, but it just feels gross.
Do
you have a number we can call him you can hold up?
But I mean, can you just you read this? I mean, you can just see the wheels turning, and he's been planning this, and it's kind of gross. I mean, you just feel that kind of that slimy personality.
Feels deceitful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
I mean, and just last week we were reading, and Absalom, for that brief moment, and Bryan pointed this out, he looks like he's going to do justice and righteousness.
Right.
But we quickly see the heart of Absalom is not.
So you don't find any good intentions here?
Nope.
No good intentions.
Nope.
Bryan, give us your initial reaction.
Aaron, you stole my word there. I was going to say smarmy. That's the word of the day. Smarmy.
Is that a word?
It's a word, and he reminds me actually of a smarmy Owen Wilson character.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like in Meet the Parents or whatever. He seems like he's just this coolest guy, but if you really look at what he's saying, he's twisting he's using all of his words to gain power over people. This is sort of like, Jesus said, Don't speak like this. Yet let your yes be yes and your no be no. But there's no transparency with him.
None.
And he really is using it to gain, using language to gain power over other people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, smarmy.
Smarmy.
There you
Absolutely.
go. Yeah, it's word of the week. There you go. Let's get to our questions of the text. Aaron, what questions did you have coming out of 2 Samuel 15?
Can't we all just get along? If you read Count of Monte Cristo, if you know anything about that, it's kind of like a study in being passive aggressive, and I think Absalom is another study in being passive aggressive.
Yeah.
The length at which he goes about this is just it's depressing. He and David had this falling out, and they don't see each other. They don't have audience with one another, and Absalom just goes about kind of positioning himself and making all these maneuvers, and it's just, let's sit in the same room and talk. But because of that seed of bitterness that is allowed to grow, it manifests in a very ugly way. Let's just talk it out, Bryan. I know we got issues. Let's talk it out.
That will be on the extended version of this.
Yeah, it's kind of like you're going
Very
with the transparency. There seems to be just this hidden side of Absalom.
Absolutely.
That you can't have that real conversation when that hidden side is what's kind of going to come to the front. So, Bryan, what questions kind of arose in your heart?
The question that I have is, why is this happening in this family? And it's kind of like what you're getting at there, Aaron. I mean, you want to, or I do, I want to take a step back and look at this family. What is going on here? And David seems to be paralyzed.
Yes.
He's hoping that it'll all just go away, because clearly he knows he knows Absalom very well, and he knows exactly when all this begins to go, he knows what Absalom's going to do. I mean, he's not taken by surprise, but he's paralyzed here. He doesn't lift a finger to bridge this distance.
And when you look at it, that's and sin is like this too. If we think that it's just impacting us, or just me, we are so fooled.
Right.
I mean, David could convince himself all he wants to. This is just between David and Absalom. But the truth is, it's the whole kingdom that is suffering because
there's
of
hundreds of people in this text that are
And to the varying degrees that we have power, we do affect other people. I mean, this family was at the pinnacle of power, and what happened in their family spilled over and bode ill for the whole kingdom.
That's right. Well, thank you for watching Revlog today. Please comment below on which of these cultural references, that we had several today, which of these that you appreciate and which one of Bryan's you didn't appreciate. So we'd love to hear from you. Thank you.